Let me check my phone.
All right, to just kind of continue going, I'm going to introduce myself along with the guest for the day, the cousin, aunt, sister of this beautiful, talented woman. So, to begin with, my name is Yvette. What am I? I'm an Aquarius. So that means I'm like aqua.
Her birthday was yesterday.
Yes, holler. How old am I?
32.
32. I always forget. Anyway, so I'm currently in my master's program for clinical counseling for rehabilitation, and my goal, I always forget. I've been so many schools, I'm over it. I'll be in school forever for my rehabilitation counseling to be licensed social worker. There you go. It's a lot of lingo right there. And then I will have my beautiful host here introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Angie. I'm a Taurus.
Yes.
And I am a business owner / massage therapist. I also have been in school for like a million things, but we're not going to get into that.
I know you've had so many types of things. She's been about just everything.
I've been a hairdresser, being CNA. I went to nurse. I tried to be a nurse and ended up as a business owner. So,
but you know what though? I will give you props for that because when you put your mind to it, you just keep going.
Yeah, it's that Taurus tunnel vision.
Is that what that is? Tauruses are notorious for that?
We're workaholics and we're stubborn. So if I want something, I'm gonna get it. If there's a will, there's a way.
She'll push your ass out of the way. So yeah, that's a little bit about us. Of course, as we get along with the podcast and get more familiar and get better in front of the camera, my goal is to
camera caught all of that.
This is the star of the show. She just took everything. This is Primrose. She's my mixed. What the hell is she again? She's a dash hound.
Poodle.
No, she's not a poodle.
Yeah, she's poodle mixed and something else.
Something. I don't know. She's unique. And then we do have a bigger dog, but unfortunately he is out in the back right here because he's just way too big and he'll just take up the whole camera. Then we'll have no show. So I hope you enjoy watching us. This is kind of like our way of introducing ourselves and what this podcast is going to be about. So kind of give you a synopsis of what my goal is, and then maybe you can kind of chime in and what you think. Because you talked about trying to make a podcast.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work. Yes, I want to be a TikTok girly or a podcast girly, but we'll see in the future how that goes.
Why not both?
That's a lot of work.
I know, it's like especially this whole get up was a lot of work. This is like ghetto. It's like the 99 cents podcast.
That should have been the name.
Well, I am subject to change. Anybody who wants to kind of chime in and give us a better name, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, so just to kind of give you an overview of what my goal for this is to not only have just general talk, funny talk, because I feel like a lot of podcasts always have such a niche content to it, and I really, really aspire this podcast to be more of like general talk, introduce the people in my life who I find absolutely hilarious.
Okay, our family.
Family and friends, just people in our lives. I think we're generally we're like the Kardashians.
You're Courtney. You're the organic one.
It's
Courtney's the one with the
organic.
Kids. I'm definitely Chloe. There's no doubt about it.
I felt like I was a little Chloe.
See, she agreed. Chloe money. That's me.
So today's topic, just to kind of get into it, we're going to be talking about introductions. This kind of plays into, I actually do want to use a lot of my credentials too as well, because I feel like it'd be such a waste not to do it. And plus I want to do like a segment on like the benefits of massage therapy too.
Actually, part of my education, I think, may have helped you go into labor with the acupuncture points that had Chris do.
Did you?
Yeah, I texted you.
Girl, I try everything.
You were like, I need this baby.
I was almost 40 weeks into.
As I'm on vacation, I'm like,
I know, I did call you. Yes, you're right. I did. I was like, hey, can you really quickly? Because at that point, I was about to be 40 weeks. And anybody who knows the progression of pregnancy and stuff like that, especially the third trimester, like you're just done. Like after there's a certain threshold, and eventually, they do intervene, and I really didn't want to have medical intervention to do that because they give you pitocin and stuff like that, and I heard that's just terrible. And for the women who have had experienced it before, it's no bueno. So I really was like just reaching for the stars. I didn't want to dates. I was not going to eat dates. I think dates are disgusting. So I was like,
I just tried some.
What do you think your aura gives off to people when you first meet them?
And then
I'll tell you what it really is.
They tell me. Well, first of all, can I tell you my color?
Yes.
So, fun fact: I got a Reiki done a couple months ago, and she told me that my aura color are pink, purple, and blue, which is crazy because pink and purple are my favorite colors. But anyway, I've been told my aura just glows. Like, because people have told me, like, oh my God, I love your aura. And I'm like, what does that even mean? But they just say it glows. And like when I walk in a room, you know I'm here. like I'm just beaming like Beyonce. I think, but I do think I do give off some flower energy. Like, I don't know. I feel like random people talk to me too. Like I can mind my business. Someone's like, hey, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna be friends now, I guess. I'm just trying to read a book, but that's cool.
All right, Carla. I guess you can come into my aura, my surfaces. And bubble. That's funny you say it because I can kind of see that for you. So
the pink
me
and
you have grown up forever. I think we got introduced when we were what? When did my mom, with our many suitors,
Fun fact, she's the oldest of 6 children.
Yeah, there's too many of us.
Damn.
My mom wanted to start a cult. She ended at 6 because the entryway was wasn't welcoming as much anymore after the 6th child.
I don't know. We met. I don't know. 13,000 years ago. Honestly.
So we've been together for a very long time, and we have been so very like unique in our own expectations and stuff.
Wait,
like
how old
that.
Is Bookie?
I have no idea. 24, 23.
So we've known each other for that long.
26?
Right?
No, he's fucking not. Bookie's 26. How old are you?
27.
She's been 25 for like 5,000 years.
And Bookie's been 24. Like 23. Damn, you look good. Keep that retinol. Anyway,
so we've known each other for 26 years.
Yeah,
technically,
right? Because Bookie was born and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, we're accustomed to
like who's Bookie? Okay, background. So my brother married her mom, and she's the oldest, and then she has another sibling as well.
We're super Hispanic.
Yeah, and so when my nephew was born is when I got introduced to everyone. But I feel like I met you before that. I really feel like I met you guys. No. I don't know.
Did you?
Because I met your mom way before she had the baby, obviously.
I don't know.
But
I don't even remember what I ate yesterday. Girls looking at me trying to like soul search.
But we're family.
So we're family. So, we've known each other for quite a bit, clearly, and we have always had admirations to do something like this. I will insert a clip of us when we were young.
We were born for this.
We're born for this. And not even that. I think a lot of us, our whole family was born to be in front of something. I don't know, but all of us have some unique
Cassandra
traits.
was meant to be a model because she's tall and pretty. Don't give me that face. We were definitely meant to entertain people, and so was Bookie. And Crystal, she just meant to be funny.
Crystal is like the person where you take a picture and it's like 1,000 words. And not in a good way.
She's the meme of our family.
Yep. And then Sean is just chilling.
Yeah.
He's the second oldest of...
He's the tech guy. He's the one that's going to fix all of our problems.
So yeah, that's kind of like, so you would say that your aura's the pink and purple, and what was the other one?
I feel like it's more like a sunflower vibe. Like I'm warm. What am I? I don't know. I give off calm, warm, happy vibes. Like that's what I think.
So let me change that up to a career setting.
Okay.
How would you, like, when you go, like, you're all, like, first of all, what do you get prepared for a job interview? What do you wear?
The less revealing the better, because melons. So usually I try to wear like a turtleneck or anything that will cover up as much as possible. But it depends on the interview because, as this family knows, I don't have an aesthetic. So one day I'll wear dress pants, one day I'll wear a cute skirt, a dress. Just depends. So anything that's conservative, neutral. I don't do heavy makeup. Sometimes I don't even wear makeup. I'll just do like the gloss, mascara, supernatural. Hair always slicked back in a bun, or if it's down, it's like tamed and pretty. Work setting, my aura. That's a great question.
I know. It's hard because like you would have to ask someone who hired you. You know?
I don't know. I always just get the same vibe, energetic.
Yeah. Have you ever been, what was like the most complimenting compliment you got from a boss? If you remember. I'm going to poke your brain a little bit.
The fact that I have really good customer service skills.
I get that a lot. And that's huge, especially like just to give you a little bit of rehabilitation counseling and stuff like that. Like we help people who are disabled trying to find employment. I love it. I love working with disabled people, children, adults. I love it. But anyway, so it's one of those things where I try to instill people like you're gonna work with other people regardless in some capacity. Whether you want to be, you know, the introverted person yourself and you're like, I want to remote work, you're still gonna have to work with like somebody. How are you gonna get hired?
And fun fact, even if you work from home and let's say you do customer service, your voice and how you say things matters. Because, for example, like if you ever call, let's say like, I don't know, like a T-Mobile rep, and you can tell that they're bored or that they're annoyed, you can hear that in your voice. So like, I feel like when you work with customers, you have to have a customer service voice. I have a customer service voice.
Oh my God,
great.
we all do. Yeah. Like I go for, do you have it?
Hi, I'm Angie. How can I help you?
I almost call it like your almost porn voice. because you have to have some like high pitched, like it's very like nasally and it's almost like you're right at that like threshold. And then like your normal voice is like, hey, what's up?
And fun fact, because I want to read The Art of Seduction. Seduction doesn't mean sexual all the time. In order to captivate an audience, you have to seduce them. So you do have to have a certain tone of voice to grab someone's attention. It doesn't have to be pornographic.
Insert porn music. Hey. Anyway, so
who's here?
And no, it's just the car. But we're filming in front of at my location. And there's like a street right there. So these dogs, if they go barking, we're just gonna clip it out or keep it in as like background music. But yeah, no, I think like especially like so the reason why I chose this as a topic because this is our first podcast for premiere anyway, which we're recording a week behind. So this will be premiering next Tuesday. But the goal of it was to kind of introduce and kind of get a feedback of like how do you feel like you represent yourself in society along with like great. If I was me, I'm a train wreck ready to happen.
So you know that Megan Stallion song we all know because it was all over TikTok.
Which one? There's so many.
No, but it was the one that was like it blew up during TikTok when we were during the pandemic. It's like classy, bougie, ratchet. I think it's called Savage. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yes! So that's me because like in different settings, I will be it's not like I'm fake, but you have to adapt to your environment. So like at a work setting, I'm fun, I'm energetic, whatever. But it's like that classy like version. With the family, I'm ratchet. With my friends, I'm ratchet. But if we're outside somewhere, you know, you have to kind of all of it. And then I'm a savage when I need to be.
Well, I think it's hard too, especially. So I'll give you kind of a story. So this is kind of like where we start talking about our.
I hope you hear me go.
Imagine some people like that shit.
Ew,
they like that. How are you people liking it? Anyway,
Primrose does it not. She's like, Mom, you're being weird.
It's fine. You ain't weird. You ain't making waves. But so I'm gonna get emotional. My brother paid me back, and I graciously framed this for us. This is our first $20 to our podcast, courtesy of my brother.
Thanks, Pooks. You're a trooper. I knew you'd believe in our dream.
Yep. And then if you want to send more, it's fine. But this is the first time he's ever paid me back. So thank you to Pookie for sponsoring our podcast.
I feel like we should have the eyes of an angel. The eyes of as a background because he donated to your charity.
We're gonna get copyrighted. So yeah, I just want to say also thank you so much to Pookie for sponsoring us, and we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program.
Alrighty.
We're recording now. All right.
A funny story. The child.
Hold on. My speaker is dying. I gotta make sure the leaves are green. All right. So we were just speaking in regards to. Sorry, Daddy Longlegs back here had a story to tell.
It's Kim K.
Yay. Damn, she's always calling me. But so my child comes in, and can you just guess what he's wearing? Girl, he was
baggy
wearing
clothes.
He was wearing short shorts. Mine was fall.
Oh.
He had a t-shirt on. He had his hair done. And I was like, oh, darling. Is that what you're wearing? He's like, yeah. He's like, these are my comfy clothes. And mind you, I work for the disabled population, so he might have some sensitivity with clothing. And I said, but to put in preference, he did not have any sensitivity with clothing. He just had like an athletic personality. It was just very like this. So I'm like, we're not wearing that. He's like, but this is my best clothes. And I was like, oh, no. I know this is like, so we went out and bought him clothes, but it's so funny. Representation of yourself is a big thing. If you saw me, this is dressed up for me. Usually my hair is like up to here. Daddy long leg over here. She's
glamorous all the time.
Her sister's glamorous. My sister 24/7. She looks like a goddamn model, and then here I am looking like a Walmart bag.
Wait, I'm like, oh, we're doing casual. I'm like, cool. I gotta dress up.
And I think it's just like personality wise and stuff like that. I tend to be very laid back, and plus I'm a mom. You know what I mean? But before, there was no excuse either. I would say my
you're comfortable. That's your like style. It's comfort.
Yes, it's always been comfort. Like revealing clothes. Yes, my belly was out when I had the body to belly. It's
you still do.
It's kind of sort of there. I looked down and I'm like, no. I was telling Cassandra the other day. I was like, girl, I got some double chins. I hope I can edit that stuff out. So, but the way you represent yourself in front of people makes such a huge, like for myself. So here's to kind of give you an idea is like, I tend to kind of read the room. So like if I have a male person who's doing the interview, I tend to be more like, I don't want to say just more, You're
more feminine.
Yes. I'm very like, oh, yep, like, well, what
Softer.
would you bring to the company? Yeah, exactly. And when there's a female like interviewer, I tend to be more
masculine and aggressive.
Yes.
Well, not aggressive, assertive.
Yes. And I don't mean to have that. And I think that's more of, I don't know. I'll be curious to see what other individuals say about that, because I don't know if it's because of the gender that I'm currently getting interviewed with. And because I try to be so, not stoic, but funny and like, oh my God, this is me. It's me. Hi, I'm here to get money.
I'm the problem. It's me.
And what's my famous thing? Why do you want to work? And I'm just like,
I need money.
My bank account says it's 6 cents. I need money now. I need my money and I need it now.
We're the opposite. When it's a male, I'm more assertive. Like, I'm like, listen, just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't have this job. And if it's a female, I'm a lot softer. Because it's like, girl, you know what it's like to be a female in the work industry. Like, let's catch a break here. So that's weird. I'm a lot softer with females and then assertive with male. Like when it comes to interview.
So? Yeah. And that's.
I'm myself either way. I don't know how to like.
Well, I would hope not. You're obviously going to sugarcoat it a little bit. You're not walking in and be like, "Hi,
hey, yeah, I'm here for the interview.
When do I start?" Yeah, you start right out that door.
Actually, my current job, one of the things I said in the interview was, "So when will we start?"
Oh my God, look at you!
I didn't even know I had the job yet. It just everything was so positive.
That or you said that?
I did.
Oh, you said that
because the back and forth was very positive, and then we had references that worked there. Mm-hmm. So between that reference and then just our vibe, fun fact, my last job interview was with my best friend. It was a double interview. It was really cool, but that's besides the point.
Oh, you like double interviews? Oh
no, it was actually my boss's first time interviewing two people at the same time.
Oh, okay. But you knew her, so
yeah, and so that was really interesting. But as the conversation was flowing, I was like, We got the job. So I was like, so when do we start?
Now.
And yeah, he told me, he's like, oh, you can start as soon as possible. I was like, oh.
And sometimes it's nice because when you read the room like that, it makes it a lot easier to speak with someone, especially if it's a new person. And I know for even now with my years of experience, working in different levels of, expertise from McDonald's to now.
McDonald's.
I know what was your first job?
My first real job was Old Navy.
You worked at Old Navy?
Yes, I did. I hated it.
I love Old Navy.
It's not Old Navy. I hated it because my first job was because it was seasonal at first. It was during like the whole Black Friday thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Black Friday shoppers, put things where they go, first of all. But after that, anywhere I've gone, and I don't go Black Friday shopping anymore because of that. But I remember when we went to Black Friday shopping at the mall years ago. Yes. I'll never forget being at the store and like folding clothes, and some girl was like, "Thank you." I'm like, "Girl, I did the Black Friday thing.
It's done.
Kudos to you."
But yeah, no, it's just interesting, especially like when you come across like who you are and like how you represent yourself and everything. It's just a big thing. And I know we're going back and forth. We're going to talk about like life, and then we're talking about
the ADHD podcast.
Woo! Oh my god, that'd be such a good one. Car.
Yeah, we're like Primrose.
Just watching Daddy Longleg over there. That's not her name. It's Cassandra Butters.
We're what is it? Neurodivergent, spicy. Okay, never mind. Edit that out.
Spicy.
Yeah. I've been shot in the face.
But anyway, so the reason why I mentioned this is because a lot of people often, when they represent themselves and everything, they come off there's so many different ways you can come off to like employers and or people. So my advice, especially in my background, is, please dress to impress. And I don't mean come in with like a black tie suit, because then the second round with this child, he came in with like a full on suit. I'm like, we're applying to McDonald's, right? I mean, great. I mean, this is great, but let's get a tie and everything.
I always get that quote, dress for the job you want.
Yeah.
And that's how I would always dress.
Exactly.
And granted, you have to obviously, like if it's McDonald's, it's more like casual formal, if that makes sense. Like it's more like a nice, let's say like a white button up and nice pants.
You know what I like to introduce myself to? I always like, especially like segueing over to like non-career option, like when I meet new people, I'm like, oh my god, how is like, hi, my name is so and so. I was like, what do you do for work? Because people always, I mean, unless they're like a stay-at-home mom, which that's a work of itself. But like really everybody likes to talk about, what they want to do for, what they do, what their life goals are. Because everybody wants to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Regardless of who, even someone who's like one word answers, they still want to talk.
I actually saw this on TikTok, and I realized it's how I get people to talk to me without realizing that's how people talk to me. At least with my clients, I say, so instead of saying, how are you? How are you doing?
Yes.
Because for some reason, and because I saw this TikTok, and the girl was like, yeah, don't say how are you, say how are you doing? Because when you ask someone how are you doing, if something in them is like, oh, I'm in shambles, or oh, I'm stressed, like they just kind of dive right into how they're doing. Mm-hmm. And I always wonder, like, why do people always tell me like their life? And I'm like, because when I introduce myself to clients, or even if it's a repeating client, I'm like, oh, how are you doing today? Or how's everything going?
Mm-hmm. It's huge.
Word vomit.
Like, I they love tell that. You everything. No, but that makes a huge difference, because people know, like, especially like nowadays, it's like people are fast. Like conversations, stress is fast. Conversations are fast, and we have places to be. But sometimes, especially when you slow down and really just ask those major questions, like, how are you doing? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Especially like I know that makes a huge difference in conversations when you I mean, sometimes it is a little over excessive when people do want to divulge. Like, I didn't need to know about your boil on your ass, but but thank you. I've been told that. True story. But just to give you, like, I don't really fish for those questions, but sometimes like the way you represent yourself. Like, I feel like me and you, dude, a homeless man could walk in and start a conversation with us versus like my sister.
They have.
Yes. Versus my sister who may not have the same aura. And that's okay too. Really. It's one of those things where she's like, excuse me.
She's more introverted than we
Yeah.
are.
Well, like, and like, who else would be in the family? Sean. For sure.
Introverted.
Yes.
It's me, you, Pookie are extroverted, and Crystal is depending on the environment.
Yes.
Because she is learning not to be as shy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more introvert. You're an introverted extrovert. Because once you're comfortable with the environment, you're like blah blah blah. And it's proof. I've gone out with her a few times these last couple of months or something, and she was quiet at first, and all of a sudden she was chit chatting and laughing with my friends. I'm like, okay, girl,
making friends.
Fun fact, poor thing, we used to call her the Ice Princess.
I've never heard anybody call her.
Yeah, you did. You named her that.
Probably.
Because she had a cold heart as a child.
Still does. I'm just kidding. It's like, no.
Podcast is not about me.
But it just, when you could just feel the energy in a room and stuff like that. Like, I've been in rooms where, like, I'm like, ooh, this is not the time for me to be joking around. So I will, sometimes either I'll remove myself from that situation, or I just kind of, absorb the situation, see what's going on. Why is everybody like this?
Observe, assess.
Yes. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing too is before you jump into anything like conversations or anything, like really just read the room. Because sometimes like
I'm bad at that. I'll be honest. I get that a lot. It's a tip my ex gives me a lot. And he gave that to me a lot when we date. He's like, babe, read the room. And I'm like, oh, oops, I forgot to read the room. He's like, yeah. I don't have a filter, so sometimes I just say things.
She goes to like a funeral. She's like, do you want a party after? It's like,
why is it so quiet here? Somebody died?
Yeah. Yeah, that happened. So, but like, that's the thing. Sometimes it's hard, you know what I mean? Because like, especially when you're uncomfortable, what is the easiest thing to do?
Laugh.
It's laugh. It's, so like when I'm notorious for going to the doctor, still do this, or I walk in, I'm like, when they're going to give me a shot, I'm like, are you sure you want to get that? You know what, you just take the leg. I don't really care. Arm, take everything.
You don't like shots?
No, honestly though,
no wonder you passed out when you got your belly button pierced.
Yes, always, because I'm not a pain person, but after giving birth, like my tolerance definitely went up, but I was that person like like I'll be like, it could be dead silent in this room and I'm like like just dying laughing because it's a coping mechanism.
That's me with I'm scared of heights. So that's me with I love roller coasters and anything that gives me. I found out I like the thrill of things. Fun fact, a client told me that. But anyway, I like the rush. So I will go on a roller coaster, but I'm freaking out, and the whole time I'm laughing. I'm screaming. I'm like, so I have a scream laugh, and that's my nervous laugh when I'm on roller coasters and like really high, intense rides, or even like, oh my god, when we went to the scary house thing.
Oh my god! I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, with the family, right?
Yeah, did you not hear me laughing most of the time?
I was gonna push Pookie and just leave him in the forest because he's like you, and I'm like, dude, shut up. I know they're actors, but you, what are you gonna like thug out and just like, what are you gonna do? Nothing. I will leave your ass with this chainsaw killer because you are the person in the movie I will gladly sacrifice because you're that annoying to me. So.
Yeah, I was like, I would get scared and I'd start laughing. I'm like, haha, you got me.
Everybody's like, be quiet. That's Angie. We're all being quiet and you're like, and I'm like, dead. We're all dead. We're gonna die in this movie. Yep. But we try to go away from danger, and Angie's leading them to us.
It's my nervous laugh.
It's okay. So we're gonna kind of go into our stories about introductions. I picked a couple of stories for you. However, I wanted to do our first sponsor break.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I have no idea what's in store for me, but okay.
Okay.
Oh God.
Casano wants one real
Stanley
bad.
Cups.
So our sponsor sent this for you today. It's not a Stanley. Just want to get that right so we don't get copyrighted. But this is
It's
for
a
you.
family. Wow.
So let me just talk
Wow.
about this durability. So you know how the Stanleys and
Yetis and Stanleys.
and what else is out there? Any other of those thermos cups? No, this is not going to quench your thirst. This is going to make it so you're hydrated for years.
for the
on
rest
end.
of my life.
So this custom built,
Is it a real
Cup?
straw?
this is real straw. No, don't touch it. Dude. Oh no. This is the Stanley. What's great about it is insulated. It comes with its own built-in straw, so but you could fill this up. This is a gallon, I think.
That is so much more than a gallon.
Is this?
Hell yeah. She
I don't
has
know.
a gallon of water right now.
I don't know. So we're, this is something because you wanted to be on the podcast today. My gift to you. This brand has kindly sponsored us with $0.00.
To all of our fans out there.
All of our fans,
All
solid.
solid.
All solid 10 viewers, and mainly it's probably our family watching this. But yes, this is for you. I picked this color. It's aqua blue.
Matches my aura.
I don't know how you're gonna put water in this, but
If there's a will, there's a way.
he's gonna hate us. He's gonna be like, I hate you both. I wonder why my little remote didn't work. Whatever. I'll just cut it. All right. Are you ready for the stories?
We're back.
Okay, we're back. So this is the first story. It's about, let me read this one because I have a couple. This one is a short one. And this is about someone who is going for a job interview, and this is her resume. So not appropriate per se, but I got a resume that was about 4 pages long. Four. And literally listed every life accomplishment that this lady had. Highlights included reading, writing, and arithmetic. I don't even know. Ability to hear and understand simple instructions.
Congratulations. I'm proud.
A brown belt in Taekwondo. And she's a good cook. That one is a good life skill.
I mean, the work potluck. You need a cook.
And then I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. So I invited her in for an interview because I was really curious. She showed up 40 minutes late at the wrong building in a completely different town. Edit, guys, I get it. There's no brown belt in Taekwondo. Not my resume.
Wow.
So resume building, guys. As much as I love your highlights, like the fact that she put that she's a brown belt in Taekwondo, like great. But like, what job are you applying for? The Karate Kid
I have so
movie?
many questions because and you're a cook. So did it say what she was applying for?
No, it doesn't. No.
Can you imagine? I just want to be a receptionist. Oh,
Okay. At least you can kick ass while you're a good cook and you can understand simple instructions. So the second one here, again, these are kind of like snippets. I do have longer ones, but this
is it from Reddit?
First one is from Reddit. The second one's from F My Life. Today I had a job interview at Walmart. They showed me a video of me stealing. What? You're not gonna
You're
get
not
that.
hired.
And the fun part is that how do they know? I bet they purposely did. Like, you know what? Just to
They're probably like, she looks oddly familiar. That's petty.
all right. And this one would be.
This is
good
why I
one
don't
for
want to
you.
date. I want to be single forever. I'll be damned.
So, go get up on a blind date once from a mutual friends. She shows up to the restaurant already a little tipsy. Now, I secretly think this might be me.
I'm here like, this sounds like all of us.
Ready? Orders multiple appetizers, really is me, and only takes like 1 or 2 bites from each one. Then she proceeds to order more drinks and is visibly drunk at this point. She gets up and says she's going to the bathroom and staggers off. About 15 to 20 minutes go by. So first of all,
Did she just dine and dash?
so I try to call her several times, but no answer. Finally, after 20 minutes, I decide to pay the check and just leave. About 2 hours later, I'm sitting at home and I get a phone call from an unknown number. It's the police department. She was picked up on a DUI on her way home after she ditched me and gave the cops my number to see if I could go bail her out.
That girl sounds like a train wreck. Like,
Low-key, I feel like that's me. I've never been picked up though, so that's clearly not me. But I was
oh
like,
my God.
yeah. Why did you? The thing I don't get, why 20 minutes? It took you 20 minutes that long?
Well, TMI, like, what if she was pooping?
Okay.
But after like 10 minutes, I'd be like, yeah, she's not coming back.
After 5 minutes, I would have been like, I'm done. Like, first of all, you wait. I'll give him props. Waiting 15 to 20 minutes.
He liked her.
Yeah.
He really did.
I know, but like, if she came trashed.
Hey, she probably came in looking like a good time.
Okay, but
like bridesmaid, I'm here to party.
yeah, no, she partied and she left with the party. But like, my thing is this, like, especially like, if you know someone's like visibly intoxicated, like, what would you do?
So you weren't gonna invite me to the pregame?
No. This is why we do background checks on people, because no.
Like, you got drunk without me? That's not how we started this day. We started on the wrong foot, ma'am.
I just don't understand, like, how.
No, I'd be annoyed.
Yeah.
I'd be very annoyed. But at the same time, I can't talk because I wouldn't say I was tipsy. But I may have started to drink. I went on my one and only, and never again would I go on a date. But that's besides the point. So I think it was in the summer. I went on my first day after like 10 years, and I was nervous. And I got a drink with like 7. It was called, I forgot what it was called, but it was 7 alcoholic drinks in the drink. And I was like, yeah, I'm drinking this. I drank without this person. Is my thing dying?
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure.
Yours is green. Mm-hmm. But yeah. And the guy was like, you didn't order me a drink? I was like, no. I don't know what you like. I don't know you. And I was not like visibly intoxicated, but I was feeling it. I was like able to let loose and like, you know.
Well, I think the thing too, I have, this is gonna, oh God, I can't reveal. I cannot believe I'm saying this. But when I went on dates, which weren't a lot, because I was always in like progressively good relationships. So
it must be nice. I was in a good relationship. I can't talk shit.
Yeah, me either. So the few times I went on a date, I remember one time I was not interested in this person whatsoever. So I'm just gonna preface this. I'm sorry if this person ever views this. I generally thought you were a great guy, but it wasn't gonna happen. So we went to, and the karma hit me right after. So we went to the 99, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so broke. And I was like, he's like, hey, I just got out of work. I was like, do you want to go out to eat? Yes. I just wanted free food.
Honestly, sorry guys, but a lot of girls do that.
So here I am enjoying my 99 meal restaurant. It was good. I get home, I got food poisoning.
I don't mean to laugh, but like,
the only time I ever got food poisoning is when I selfishly went on a date to get free food. And ever since then, I literally was like, I hope this thing hears me. This thing's like lumpy. I'm gonna put it on my titties. There you go. The only time I went on a date for a selfish reason, I get food poisoning, and I was just like, karma. I just knew that was gonna happen.
That's
like, it was a good chicken and mashed potato meal. I don't know what happened.
The chicken was under.
And I don't even know if I got food poisoning there, but I know it happened at some point in that day. And I was in college at this time, so I was living off Red Bull and granola bars, so that's probably it too. So, but yeah, that was my little,
wow.
Yeah. So here's the other story. This one's funny. This is about appearances. It was a Tinder date.
Oh God.
She looked nothing like her picture. Not ugly, just completely different. She picked the worst restaurant in town, which I looked past because everyone has different taste. We came back to my house, but she decided she doesn't like my house, which I had just bought and was proud of. She immediately wanted to go to the Home Depot to buy stuff to start remodeling. It was by far the worst and weirdest date. I hope she found a house to remodel. Some people are aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've had I've never experienced any aggressive dates or anything like that, or people who are like, this is my life plan. I want a child. Bake an oven in me. I want a child. Kind of like, here, bang.
I'm the aggressive. That's me now. I'm like, listen, don't waste my time. This is what I want. This is what's happening. Get with it or get lost.
That's how she introduces herself to people, guys. So yeah. So that was my last story for you.
I want to be this lady. If I get taken on a date and they bring me home, I'm like, can we go to Home Depot and like date part 2? Because clearly you need fresh paint.
Well, my only thing is, it's okay. This is a very small story. So, first of all, I wonder how she came in. Like, first of all, like,
I want to know I want to see the picture.
He just bought this house, so I'm envisioning a very bare house.
Yeah,
but I'm talking minimal. Like, is it like beanbag chairs? Because like what's going on? Because
well, she didn't care about that. She cared about the Home Depot. She's like, is it not painted? No, it has to be. He was proud of it.
No, but well, he said he just bought it. So, I mean, what do you mean? Like, when I hear just bought it, I mean, like, there's probably not much going on.
At least he has a couch. Ain't no way he didn't have a couch.
It's probably big.
My fake lashes.
It's big. I just never.
Screw the house. I just want to know the Tinder picture and the person.
It's like one of like the Instagram models, and then you see her like, girl. You don't even look like her.
It's still me. It was me from 15 years ago.
Oh my God.
People do that.
Yes, actually, I saw a story once where this guy was had a profile picture. I think it was a Tinder, like one of those like fails things. And his Tinder picture had the World Trade Center in the background. He said that was his most recent picture.
Sir, the lie detector.
Alarms. People are so keen at that kind of stuff. Like, I'm web sleuths. Oh my God.
This is why I don't do dating apps. I'm telling you, my man better find me at the grocery store. You hear me? Trader Joe's. That's where you'll find me.
Whole Foods, no good.
I like Trader Joe's. They have good hash browns.
I know, but
they have mimosas, by the way. They do. They sell like a mango prosecco, like flavored champagnes. I don't gotta do nothing.
I've never seen that.
You're gonna, because I'm bringing it to Valentine's Day.
So yeah, guys. So this is it. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoy. Yes, of course. Next week we have another guest coming. It's my lovely sister,
Kim K.
Kim K is coming. So, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this content. I hope there's many more. There will be more. Kind of the schedule for this is going to be 3 times a week and then 1 week off, just to kind of give me a break, because I am a full-time student, part-time worker, full-time mom. Oh. What else am I?
Full-time badass.
I'm just about anything. I'm a glutton for punishment. That's my thing. But yeah. So
that took a hard turn.
I love putting some things on my plate that it just like overflows with, like, you know what I mean? Like tomorrow I'll be like, I'm going to grow a plant. I'm going to grow a garden in my backyard. That's what I'm going to do. I won't, but you know.
The life of an Aquarius. That's what it is.
So yeah, I hope you guys come back to the next show. Bye.
You'll see me again.
That was good. Why is this not working? Oh.